Hey, this is Don from Padlock Technologies again with another video. Seems like you guys like the FortiGate videos, so I'm going to do this video on doing Firewire in Firewire, sorry, Virtual Wire in Fortinet. So, if you don't know what a virtual wire is, it's basically an L2 connection that makes the firewall look like a bump in the wire. Now, I did a video on Palo Alto's virtual wire, which I'll put up here. Um, that is basically the same concept. Now, if you want to see the Cisco version of quote unquote virtual wire, which is called an inline set, there's going to be another card I'll put up here again to go to the Cisco version of virtual wire, which is inline sets, right? So you'll get to see either Palo or Cisco's implementation, which is called an inline set. Now, Checkpoint, I don't think has this. So I can't really show you on a Checkpoint. I could be wrong. Put in the comments if that is an L2 feature that you can do on a Checkpoint. Can't remember off the top of my head. But this time we're going to focus on Fortinet. Now, this means you could still do L3 routed mode, just like you could do L3 routed mode on a Palo Alto, and you do L3 routed mode on a FTD. So it's still the same concept, just different platform. Like I said before, if you learn one next generation firewall outside of Checkpoint and maybe Juniper SRXs, you pretty much know the other vendors. You just have to figure out how to do it in their platform. But as long as you know the concept, you could just take that concept and logic to the next platform. So, what does the virtual wire look like on a Fortinet or FortiGate here? So it's very simple. We'll go to interfaces here. I already created it, but we'll walk through it. So if you want to create a virtual wire on a Fortinet, you would go to New and Virtual Wire. When you do that, we'll go here. The following menu will come up. So the following menu will come up. You give it a name and you put the interfaces in it. That simple. Now remember on the PA, you have to put the interfaces in virtual wire mode, then you create the virtual wire, then you create the virtual wire zones, you add the zoning and all that good stuff, and then you're ready to go. So there's a little bit of more extra steps there. Inline set, same thing. You got to set it. You got to set the inline set first, and then you have to set the zones. Sort of, it kind of works similar to the Palo Alto way of doing a virtual wire, but FortiGate, totally different. All you do is give it a name, put the interfaces in there, and you're pretty much done at this point. Now, there is this wildcard VLAN. If you hit that, you can filter out certain VLANs here, but you won't normally see that unless you necessarily have to do that. So once you do that, what comes up is this virtual wire interface here, right? So the good thing on Fortinet's, when you create a certain interface type, it will show up as that interface. It's very easy to determine what an interface is, right? So when you go to new interfaces, you have a bunch of these interfaces here. They show up like that. They show up as the interface in the interface menus or the interface menu here. So it's very easy to determine what is this interface, right? So when you do the virtual wire, shows up down here, and then you see this plus button. Now the plus button will show you what interfaces are in the virtual wire, sort of like when you do an aggregate, right? Or a port channel. It will show you the aggregate and then the ports that are in that aggregate, right? So once you do that, what ends up happening is in the policies, you get a brand new menu. Now, if you look at my other video, my overview video, which I'll put up here too, you will see that you only have the firewall policy when you're dealing with strict L3 mode. The minute you do a firewire, you get this firewire. I keep saying firewire, virtual wire pair policy. Now, this is strictly for your virtual wires, right? So when you create the policies, they have to be done in this section, and the L3 has to be done in this section here. Since I didn't actually show you what we're looking at from a lab perspective. So we are actually over here. So we're in this section here, which is the FL FortiGate. And remember, I did the branch PA that had the virtual wire here. So I just basically replicated this and put it to the FortiGate. So that's what we're really looking at. I have DHCP going off of this router here. So DHCP goes here, and then I have a simple Windows 8 machine, and we'll validate that it's going through or traffic is going through. So back to what I was saying about the FortiGate. Once you create the virtual wire, this comes up, which is the firewall virtual wire pair policy. This will not show up unless you create a virtual wire. So once you do this, what you do is you click on here, and I have a simple policy that's bi-directional. So when you want to create a new policy, let's open this up here and show you what this looks like. You have two ways of doing this, right? So you give it a name, you select the virtual wire. If you have multiple, you can pick one, but if you only have one, this usually just shows up by itself. Now, you have unidirectional and bidirectional. So from one direction to the other direction, from the other direction back, are bidirectional. Normally, when you do inline sets or virtual wires on the PA or Fortinet, you are doing it in the bidirectional sense. You're not really going to do it in one way or the other because you may want that traffic from the other side to be initiated from the other side. Because if you do it from one way to the other side, that's the only way that traffic is going to be permitted. So if someone initiates traffic from the opposite side to the source side, it'll be blocked because you're saying, hey, I only want this rule to, go one way, right? And it makes no sense to create two rules when you can do bidirectional on one rule. So I just say source all, services all. You could determine what services that you want to allow, but usually it's going to be all. You can see, and this is real cool here. You can kind of see the traffic that's hit here. You can see the counters, all that good stuff. Flow base, this is where you can put your inspection on it if you want to do inspection. Now, since this FortiGate doesn't have any license into it, so once you put that light, it's sort of like when you turn on these features, they don't work because you don't have a license for it. And then you log all the sessions, right? And once you do that, again, one of the good things about FortiGate is it will tell you how much traffic is actually being hit on that rule, right? So once you do this, you pretty much have your virtual wire set up. You don't need to do anything else, right? At this point, everything is already set up, good to go. And then let's open this up real quick. Come on, you. I think I may have this opened up upstairs, so of course this is not going to work. Let's see. Yep, I have this open upstairs in a laptop, so I actually need to turn that off. But we can definitely verify that traffic is working because if I go to my logs and reports, let me go to forwarded traffic, you can see there is traffic. This is the actual um, PC. But like I said, I have it upstairs because I've already would it upstairs. So for some reason, it just doesn't like it, which is fine. But we can validate that traffic is going through. So if I click, let's see what we got here. So this is just going to tell us, there's traffic going through the firewall, right? Through the virtual wire, right? Now, because this is L2, it doesn't give you a lot of the information like in L3 mode, right? When you have routed mode. Because as you can see, we don't see the application so much here, right? I'm not really seeing the application, so you don't really know. I know this is DNS because it's going to Google. If I double click that, it doesn't tell you the actual port number. And in the other videos, when we did routed mode, you can see, okay, this application, this application, this application, because technically this is a bump in the wire. Now, this is also probably because I do not have any kind of application inspection or any inspection on this. So it's probably not even looking to see what kind of traffic this is. But that is virtual wire. I know I said firewire a billion times, but that is virtual wire in a nutshell. Very simple to configure on a FortiGate. Again, FortiGates are probably the easiest to configure all these next generation features. Um, but it's similar to Palo, similar to Cisco inline sets. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe. I hope this video was informative. Keep those videos requests coming. There's going to be a video bumper at the end to give you the email to send your questions. I always say I don't know everything, but I do know a lot, and if I can answer it, I will create a video just like this one, and I'll probably tell you that, hey, I'm making a response to your video. So keep sending those requests in, and again, if I can answer it, I will definitely do a video just like this. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, and have a nice day.